So what's up, guys? It has been a hot minute since I have made a video. And I know it has been a hot minute since I've done anything on YouTube. But I've been out of time, just haven't had time. And I'm trying to get back to posting some more content and stuff on YouTube. Working for myself, a lot of things have happened in my life, just haven't had time. But I'm gonna show y'all something I've been working on. It has taken me a year to get it where I have it now. Just, a couple hours once a week, and then about 2 weeks and not touch it and whatnot else. But anyway, I'm gonna show y'all this project to lead y'all back to a project I started originally when I started making YouTube videos and trying to do a little DIY stuff, I guess, show people how to do some stuff or some ideas I had I wanted to try myself, and kind of tell you where we're leaning at with what we got going on now. So I started working for myself. Time just run out. I'm doing a lot of heavy equipment, doing a lot of side-by-side stuff, ATV, you name it, we was doing it, tractors, trailers, equipment. And I'll try to start posting some of that stuff too on here. Just little insights here and there, what we're doing. But for now, I want to show y'all this. This is a 94 S10 that I picked up for cheap amongst all the time I didn't have and didn't need another project. Of course, I have two other ones that I have not touched. But here it is anyway. So I picked it up. This truck had street tires on the back, had these wheels on it, matter of fact. It was just a roller. No transmission, stock rear end. That's it. Had the fuel cell in the back, you can see here. So I kind of got off track. Let me back up and say something. So I bought this truck at a deal. I give like $1,500 for it. And I got it with these, like this roller, as a roller here. Had these wheels on it, stock rear end, no motor, no transmission in it. I did get a motor to go with it that's sitting over here covered up right now. That I've been trying to work on a little bit here and there. But, so I bought this from a guy, kind of need some money. Gonna help him out. Had the fuel cell in it. I don't think it had a shifter in it. It might have come, yeah, it did have a shifter in it. It was a 3-speed because it was mounted on the floor for like a turbo 350. It was mounted on that plate down there. It was wanky and jank, so I couldn't do with that. Anyway, bought it like it is, one seat, dash and interior, got title to it. Come with this hood, fiberglass hood. Somebody done some work on it. I think they might have bought it from somebody else, but anyway, come with this hood, wheels, tires on it. No motor, no transmission, no nothing. And I got it, trying to help the guy out. And then I was like, hey, what am I gonna do with it? So I got the motor and all. I thought, well, I'll sell it. We always fool with hot rods and whatnot. But then I was like, man, I have all these parts sitting over here, which I've just been going through, cleaning up, trying to make some more room for what I'm about to do or undo. And anyway, so it come with all these parts. I got heads, crank, cam, yada, yada, yada to go with this truck. I give $1,500 for it. The motor was worth $1,500, more than $1,500 with all what's got in it to go with it. It's not assembled. They actually had messed up a ring land on the piston, so that's what happened. I sourced another set of pistons, got it, put it on the back burner. In the meantime, I had already built this motor when I started my blue and white S10 project, one I call Pocket Change. I built this motor out of some leftover stuff I had then. It had been sitting over here in the corner under a plastic bag for 3 years, and then I got this truck. And I said, well, I got a transmission, got a power glide. I said, I'm just gonna put it in there and see what it does. So that's what I did. I got power glide, went through it. Clutches looked fine for me. I've never built one. I looked through it, put new seals in it, what I thought was bad, replaced all the O-ring seals, put a deep pan on it, cleaned it up, fine, with no trash in it, no nothing. So I got, again, have so many parts. I found I had a turbo 350 input shaft, or aftermarket input shaft actually, that would fit in this power glide, put it in. A buddy of mine had this set of headers and the torque converters in here. I give him like $700 for the headers and torque converter, 5500 style, which is way overkill for this motor. But like I say, $700, both of them, brand new, work fine, whatever, So got all that, went through the power glide, put it in, got this motor put in, small motor, nothing crazy. Electric water pump, the carburetor's too big that I have done some major jet work on to make it work. Works great now, cranks good, runs good. Locked out MSD, Headers are 1 3/4 inch, 7/8 step. Got them run down, run out. Got the ports on here. Somebody had already put on here to run vacuum out. Got them dumped out the front under the fender. Did not cut the fender or the valance. Just run it out. Done all that, put this in. Had this Honda Civic radiator from another project I was going to use it on site. It wasn't big enough. And come find out, I'm glad I never used it in that project because it's too small for this little 350. Or 355, I should say. So it wouldn't even work for this. So, I mean, it'll run 30, 40 minutes sitting here idling. You make a couple of good lap passes in it, and it's hot. You got to let it cool down. Cools down quick. But, I mean, it's just not big enough. You can't run it consistently. And, I mean, electric water pump don't help with that either problem. So, had all that. Alternators off another project I had. Pulley's really too big for it. It don't charge near like it should. It'll only charge in around 11.8 volts, roughly. Transmission cooler. Never believe what that's off. It's like a 2002 maybe model Chevrolet that I had leftovers. I think it's the actual power steering cooler, oil cooler, or something like that. And put it on here. Got some hydraulic lines made so it would have good enough length to go around. I didn't want to fool with AN lines. So got this. I'm easy to get hydraulic lines made on the weekend. Ain't got to wait on AN lines and make them and all that good stuff. So that worked. Ordered this from TBM. I think I might have actually got it through Motion. Manual brakes. Got that put on. Got it plumbed up. Got the line lock put in. I haven't never wired the line lock in, but I did get it plumbed with the proportion valve. Swapped it over to manual steering to get rid of any pipe needing power steering pump. Bought a new regulator put on it. Got a Summit pump on the back. Actually got an AEM AFR gauge put in here for right now because it's on pump gas. Got it put in. The inside's basic, nothing to it really. Like I say, it's one factory seat. If you can really see it in here, but got 3 gauges where the gauge plus used to be. The guy, whoever before me did that. I did put 1 gauge in the middle for amperage. Got oil pressure and temp and oil pressure on the side. And then I put this Power Glide style bend shifter I had in here. Made me a pedestal raised up where you can reach it easily. Still running stock steering wheel with the airbag delete so it don't pop out at you in the face. And this is just a, I don't even remember where I acquired this from. I think a buddy of mine had this. I got it from him, took it off his car. He upgraded something else. Power box. I mean, you got all your ignition, fuel pump, water pump, fan. And even on the end, I have trans brake wired in. So you can work on this button. Which I did figure out that button's a little sticky, so I didn't use that much. That's why I put that on there. But yeah, got that set up. And like I said, the inside's nothing crazy. Just basic 90 model truck. Had the fuel cell in it. Truck did come with a drive shaft because whoever had it before, the guy that I got it from had a small block end, I'm guessing, or was working on it, or had acquired the drive shaft. Anyway, we'll put it like that, for a turbo 350 to go in here. And you know, Power Glide turbo 350 is all the same length with a long tail shaft and a mid-length shaft on a turbo 350. So it worked out good on that. Didn't have to get a drive shaft. Cranked it up, got it moving around like that. These are the slicks off of my blue and white one that I got for free. Guy gave me. Put them on here running for a little bit. And then we ended up upgrading the rear end like everybody does. I got a better picture I'll put on here, but that is a 8.8 with cow track. Under. You get the cow tracks put on here recently. or not too recently, but got them put on. Got longer studs, got the axles re-drilled. Actually narrowed this Explorer 8.8 down. This is just a positive 410 rear end I got at the junkyard. Got them to re-drill the axle flanges, which was kind of hard to get somebody to do, but found a guy to do it finally. Put longer studs in so you can see. Just have plenty. Like I say, these wheels is on the truck. They look pretty good. I got that wrapped up on that. And then in the back, we just got just old cheapo Summit pump. It's kind of like a knockoff of a Holly Blue, looks like. Batteries over relocated, never to get it bolted down, but just got it in the back for now. We really hadn't run this truck on the track, done nothing crazy with it. I've made a few licks out in front of the house with it. Does pretty good. Honestly shocked me for what it is, how well it runs, how well it sounds. I'll probably insert a video down here somewhere, kind of showing how it sounds, what it runs like. Some of I've took before. I'm not gonna crank it up tonight. It's like 30 degrees in Alabama, and I ain't doing it tonight. I'm not trying to open the doors and get the exhaust fumes out, but yeah, I mean, overall, it's a really good truck. I like it. It was a good pastime thing. Y'all have to excuse the mess over here I got made right now. But served its purpose well. I've been wanting to do something that I could just throw stuff at and say I liked it, what I didn't like. I didn't want to, I say this all the time. I mean, I really hadn't cut this one up, but I have. The other one's gutted. The blue and white truck's gutted right now. Windows is out of it and stuff, and dash and everything's out of it. Because I was going to put a cage in it. That was my biggest holdback. I was like, I'm not doing anything to it, so I put a cage. I'm not doing anything to put a cage in it. But, I mean, money just hasn't been like that. I haven't been able just to stop, put a cage in. We're talking a cage like it needs, like I want to put in it. It's, I mean, all said and done, be $5 grand or $6 grand or better to get somebody to put it in. Buying one like I want to buy is just $2,500 by itself. And I haven't been able to just drop that kind of cash. I mean, this whole truck right here has taken me a year to get it just like it is with the little time I've had. And I just wanted something to, I guess, kind of get my mind off other stuff and give me a little trial run, see how all this stuff worked out. And it's done good for what it was for, but I'm not going to lie, I'm not crazy about the round bodies. I was going to convert it. I probably would live with it a lot longer. This particular truck, if it had the newer, I think 98 and up front end style instead of these old single headlights, I think it's ugly. The grill's ugly as hell. But anyway, so back to my new plan, since I have kind of figured out what I like and what I don't like, and what else you figure out with stuff when you build it, how you want to change. So as bad as I don't want to, or really ain't trying to do, I'm fixing to take this truck back apart. I know people's probably going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to take it all back apart. I'm going to put everything, wheels, tires, rear end, transmission. Motor's questionable right now. I have a guy that wants to buy this motor. Haven't really decided if I'm going to let him buy it. But I'm going to pull everything out of this truck. I'm going to pull rear end, wheels, tires, all the wiring out, drive shaft out. I didn't put any shocks on it yet. I don't have to go through all that headache. Fuel cells out. Motor, transmission, headers, radiator, it could go with it for what it is. Probably the only thing that'll be left when I get done is I got another set of aluminum wheels I'm going to put on here. This hood will go with it. And then somebody's probably going to get lucky and keep that $200 master cylinder setup I bought for it. So that's kind of where I'm at with it now. I just want to get back on my blue and white one. I really like the blue and white one. I want to get my square body one fixed. And since that's what I kind of started out with, I feel like I just left it. And I don't really need this. Like I said, I kind of bought this helping a guy out. And if I can sell this and get a few $100s out of it rolling with a title, it does have a title, I'd be more than happy to do that. And maybe somebody else will get it and have a good truck to start out with, kind of like I did, because the tires and wheels I have at the front's brand new. I got good street tires. They're like 7-inch wide wheels, a bullet hole. I think there's a Jeg aluminum 8-hole, like, and then I got 15 by 10 for the rear. I got some dry rotted, so to speak, radials for them old tires and wheels I had. I took off, when styles changed. So So we'll get it squared away, but that's kind of my plan for now. I'm gonna pull this back down, get everything out. What I've been trying to do is getting over here, cleaning up these shelves, getting everything stacked up. I got all this stuff right here to throw away. I may keep this pile. This is a serpentine accessory set up. I might put that on my square body Chevrolet full size one day. But all this stuff over here, I have a bunch of random stuff I don't know nothing about. I don't really want it. I'm gonna let it go, sell it, put it in a shed in the back burner or something like that. And then get all this going, get this swapped over, get all this stuff out at least, and get it put over here on this table, under the table, whatnot for now. And then I'll decide on selling that motor or not. Like I said, a guy I know really wants to buy this motor. He's looking for a motor for a street car he's got. I told him I would sell it to him. I really wasn't trying to sell it, but I told him I would sell it to him. I mean, I don't really have a lot in it. I told him without carburetor and my MSD in it, just long block heads and intake, I'd sell it to him like $1,700 with a different MSD vacuum secretary I have in it. And yeah, hopefully if I sell that motor, I'm gonna put this motor over here, is unknown size motor, we'll leave it at that I got with this truck together. And we'll see what it'll do, because I got some good parts over here to put on it that come with it. And if that don't pan out, I may run it for a while, but if that don't pan out, I have another idea I've been looking into. People doing a lot with them nowadays, but I haven't seen but a couple people on YouTube that's doing what I want to do with it. And they're not in any application like this. So I'm gonna try to do that and do that in the blue truck and kind of get it back going. I know a cage, I really feel like I need a cage in it for what I'm finna do with it, but it ain't something I can't come back to. I at least want to get it together and get it running and get these parts into something that I like to mess with and, use as a truck and go from there. But yeah, that's where I'm kind of at with it now. I'm getting the shop cleaned up, finally getting time to get back out here and do what I like to do, and then we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I have this year's gonna be a better year. It's not gonna be so tied up. I don't even know when the last time I posted a video. I really don't remember. I hadn't even looked at my account, and I don't know when. I looked back the other day, and 2 people had commented on there like 2 or 3 months ago, some stuff about one of my other S10 videos about the radiator, I think. And I was like, man, I really got to get back on that. And that's kind of what drove me to doing this decision. I want to go back to that truck, use some of the setup I got on it. I still have some parts on it that I just refuse to take off. I got an anti-roll in it. I got all the setup for the rear radiator mount made into that truck. I can swap this rear end in it and use it for now. This Power Glide like it is. And either put this motor in it or the other motor. And I'll run it all NA for right now because that's what I have. And then we'll go from there. And I did acquire yet another project I didn't need. I'm trying to help a guy out one, and then I'm too good of a deal on something for that project to pass up. So we'll see where that goes, because I still got my LS here that I was planning on doing turbo. That's built, and I got most all the stuff up here on the shelf for it. So we got that to put together. Still got the green truck with the Crown Vic swap under it. I hadn't got rid of it, just have not had time to do anything with it. This was kind of a simpler project, didn't require a lot of money, or any money at that fact. I had 90% of this. I don't think I've bought anything for this truck. So that's kind of where we're at with it. And if y'all stay tuned, I will try to get back on these projects and let y'all know how they're going and give y'all updates. And hopefully this will be a better year. 2025 will be the year. We're getting Trump back in office, and yeah, we'll get to do the good stuff we like to do, because we're gonna have more time this year to do what we want to do and go racing. Because I didn't even go to but like me 2 drag racing events last year, and I may put some footage in from last year. My brother-in-law's car, and then we went to, I want to say, Holiday Beach to Southern Gassers. They had some of the gasser hot rods up there, and I put a couple videos from over in Montgomery and then one video of the truck sitting here running. I don't have any passes of it out here to post right now. If I find something before I post this video, I'll put something on. But yep, that's kind of where we're at. And I just want to give y'all an update. I know it's been a while. I don't want to get this video too long. It's already at like 20 minutes now. So I'll just leave y'all with that. And y'all like, share, follow, and subscribe. And we'll see where we go this year. Appreciate it.